humanity. Guess what? It's December 17th, 2018, and this is Mondays with Bev and Paul. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Paul.
My name's Bev.
Yeah, it always reminds me of every time you hear a newscast, they always say who they are every time, and I'm always like, well, we know who you are. We saw you yesterday.
And now look at us.
Yes.
Now we know why.
I did like Halloween where I was Bev.
Oh, yeah. That was like confusing for us. Maybe not for them, but for us.
So we have a good show today, another week here, and we have a question for today. What is possible with BioTouch? Yes.
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. But first of all, we have some things we can go over.
Mm-hmm.
Such as?
Oh, some really awesome stuff, I think, right?
Such as?
Such as what?
Such as?
There's so many.
This Friday.
Oh, you want me to talk about the winter solstice? I didn't know you were going to ask me to talk about it that soon. So, yes, this is a really special time of the year. There's a couple things going on, but the winter solstice is probably one of the most important points in the yearly cycle because it's asking us to go deep within ourselves. You know, if you think about it, nature is going within. But what it's really doing is preparing for a birth in the spring. So we're all having an opportunity to go into our own restful darkness and start planting seeds for the spring equinox.
And that's what we're going to do with BioTouch.
Yes.
We're going to go within. We're going to do that with our question, what's possible with BioTouch? But first, we have a couple things to share. We had Howard up there in Scottsdale doing a class, and here he is with his wonderful group of people. He had 6 people in the class. The woman down on the ground there is one of our certified practitioners, Lois, and Michelle was up there with him. She took the picture.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Howard.
Great
His
job.
first class at the Center for Humane Living in Scottsdale. So if you live up in that area, get hold of him. You know, if you can find him through justtouch.com, and he gives sessions there, and he does classes. So kudos to you, Howard.
Howard, wonderful. I'm so excited for him. Yeah. For
so,
us.
Yeah. And so we also have, we told you about our interview that we were doing, our podcast with Boom Goddess Radio. And we just wanted to share with you what Bibi said. She's the one on the bottom left there. She said, "Dear Paul and Bev, just listened to the first cut of your interview. Pretty darn terrific. Great stories, great build-up, climax, and message. There's humor, and it's so darn authentic. Paul is a star storyteller, and Bev is such a great goddess compliment. Award-worthy podcast, I think."
Not sure what that means, but
we'll take it. Thanks,
very
Bibi.
nice. Yeah.
And we've posted that to the Facebook site. It's also on our website, and we will send an email out to everybody.
Yeah.
And if you're not on our email list, go to justtouch.com and just click on the little link that says you want the free preview copy of our manual.
Oh, and, yeah. It's so easy to do.
Yeah.
It really is.
And that gives you just the greeting to see what the manual is like and how you can learn BioTouch too.
Yeah.
That's one of our purposes here, is to teach you BioTouch. So let's see. Let's go back to our question. What is possible with BioTouch? Whew. Let's start with our manual, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a really great...
We have a part of our manual, the epilogue. If you've never read the epilogue, it's pretty profound. Yeah. It was written with me and this old timer in a little town called Mancos. It was in Cortez, Colorado. And we were in a dark little hole. It was the first time I'd ever seen a word processor.
Oh, wow.
Where you didn't have to use whiteout to make a correction.
Oh, gosh. With the little carbon
right.
pieces. Yeah.
So we're going to read from our manual. And this is in the epilogue. It's actually the last paragraph.
Last paragraph. And it says, for those who seek the summit to glimpse the mighty possibilities of the absolute, there is no such comfort. Once having crossed the Rubicon, one may not retreat with impunity, but continue to gaze with exquisite anxiety upon the alluring abyss. Endeavor to grasp the untouchable and penetrate the vastness of the unknowable. Paradise may be the sublime experience discovered when one is lost in the limitless extension of infinity. It is an incredible challenge. The manifestation of creation is extraordinary. Wow. Did you guys write that about 3 o'clock in the morning? Because that's crazy good.
So that is possible. The extraordinary journey of
Wow.
life, a miracle. We were talking about how it's a miracle. It's magical.
I know. We say that a lot, don't we, about BioTouch? Yeah. And maybe because BioTouch is so magical, it's so interwoven in all the possibilities of our daily lives, of our daily living together. So I'm constantly amazed.
And people ask us, what is the miracle? What is the magic of it? And you can't put that into words. This whole idea of the possibility of BioTouch is almost wordless. It's like a wordless teaching. You can't put the experience into words, and yet we're constantly trying to. Because when you do that greeting with another human being, it's beyond words. There's a connection in that relationship towards healing of what we consider the body, but as we've talked about, it's totally holistic.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and then maybe what we just come to conclusion is, after we go through all those limiting thoughts and words, is that BioTouch is just an experience with another human being based on caring. That's how can you because that's so inherent in us. It's hard to put that into words. You have to experience sometimes. You can't explain it to somebody else. You have to experience it yourself.
So the possibilities, we want to say hi to Julie. She's here with us.
Hi,
And Chardonnay. Hi, Chardonnay.
Hi, Chardonnay.
Chardonnay says, I like the risk. Yes, that it is a risk. It's a risk. That's a possibility of taking a risk, opening yourself up to another human being. Letting yourself be loved is a risk. Trusting is a risk.
Yeah, it's especially nowadays. We've been on this for eons of time, really trying to separate ourselves from each other. And now here's this amazing thought form, a divine thought form called BioTouch that says, oh, no, we've never been separated.
So the possibilities in that go everywhere from that body level to our, even though we only address the body. People always ask us, I just had it the other day. Well, do you deal with the emotional or spiritual level?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and yet that's the possibility. The possibility is when you do that greeting at the bottom of that solar plexus, bottom of the breastbone in the solar plexus area, and you touch another human being there, it's unlimited possibilities. Unlimited. And the body, it might just be stress reduction. It might be disease changing and going away. The possibility might be an inner knowing. You say to yourself, I might go for that operation.
Yeah. Where maybe before it was like,
or I'm not going to be part of it. Or you might say, I've been doing chemotherapy for so long, I think I'm just going to quit. So the possibility of self-awareness in relation to my body and my surrounding just goes on and on and on.
And for me, when I hear people make those kinds of choices, they're making the choice. Nobody else is making that for them. And BioTouch lets us not only make those choices, but participate in that journey, that healing, whatever that means to us.
And that works both for the practitioner and the recipient.
Oh, yeah.
And so we gave our SelfAwareness Award to Rose, and we're just going to read what Rose said. Rose has posted a lot about her husband that she worked with, who's had a couple of strokes, and they did years of other kinds of therapy, and she just bought the manual DVD as an $18 member, downloaded it, and started doing it immediately. Knew nothing about BioTouch, and here it is a year later. And we gave her the Self-Awareness Award, and she posted this on her website, on her Facebook. I usually share Larry's progress since we started doing BioTouch a little over a year ago. I have often been asked, how has BioTouch changed your life? It is my personal growth and self-awareness that has grown by leaps and bounds. Evidently, it shows because I am touched and surprised to receive the SelfAwareness Award from BioTouch. I have done a lot of seminars, classes, workshops, gurus, etc. during my life for my personal growth. I have to say, BioTouch has been the most profound, most, quote, results-driven, and most joyous and fun thing I've ever done for self-awareness. I have never been happier, which makes Larry happy. Thank you to everyone at BioTouch.
And for me, in that key is that all the gurus, all the things she's done, all the classes, everything. What's different about BioTouch, and maybe the reason why it stands out for so many of us, is that the only guru we go to is the one within each of us.
Yes.
That's what BioTouch takes us into. And when you recognize that you are capable and always empowered to run your own experience called life, nobody else can do that.
And that's sort of the reason I got involved with BioTouch. You know, the fact that bodies are getting healed, that's sort of the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But it was really about that inner journey, you know, and for a lot of us, you know, we followed the guru, we read all the books, we did all the meditations, we did all the yoga, we did all the disciplines. And I think we're in a phase, you know, and you've talked about that astrologically too, that we're at a phase on the planet where it's time each of us own that. And BioTouch gives us that inner strength to help another human being and to start changing the way we look at our health and well-being.
Oh boy, no kidding.
Yeah. So it empowers people. The possibility is not only helps you heal and your family, but it allows you to go into society. So when you go to your doctor the next time, you have some strength and inner awareness of you and your body to talk to your doctor about other possibilities. You know, I go to my primary care physician now, and she says, well, we're going to do this test and that test. I went, no, I do this BioTouch stuff, and they're working with me now. It's not about the doctor just dictating to me. I've got the strength and the inner power to talk with them about what do I think is good for me? What do they think I should do to help me in my health?
So it's a collaboration.
Yes.
Again, it's a true relationship of healing. That's amazing.
So that's some of the possibilities that BioTouch that we've seen over the years. You know, out there, if you're watching, even if you pick this up at a replay, post on there what you think is possible with BioTouch.
Oh, wow.
That would be a fun thing to see what we come up with.
Right. Because I think for me, when I hear people's stories, I'm always, you know, as the observer, the listener, whatever, I'm totally blown away that they're literally talking about something that has been able to change them on all of those different parts of themselves. As you say, the body gets better, but and that's why we say it's so holistic, all of the other parts that begin to respond to that touch lightly on the skin is what takes us into the possibilities. It goes way beyond the physical body because we're more than just the physical body. And I always think how perfect BioTouch is engineered because it begins where we all recognize each other. We can recognize ourselves. We can touch that body. It's perfect.
You know, and it reminds me that this recipient that just came in because of the barber next door, and he came in and he is distraught. He's done $100,000 worth of chemotherapy and ended up having to pay 20 to 30% on his own, and he's broke now. And he's getting ready to take his dog. He just got a dog, a blind dog that he's trying to take care of. And he's just ready to get on the road and get out of town and do all the things he's never had a chance. So he's had this idea of just being free. And he comes into this door here and we work with him with BioTouch. And I saw him today after his third session. It's transformed his life. It's given him a sense of well-being, that everything's going to be okay.
Oh.
He's not in a rush to get out of town, but he's using the time that he has, and he's bringing BioTouch into his life, and he's grateful. He said he comes in here. Isn't that what he told you? It's just...
Oh, he feels safe and peace, and that's the magic. That's the possibility of what BioTouch can do in each of our lives. And there is no price on that at all.
So we are grateful, that we have an opportunity here at the Tucson Center and through the International Foundation of Biomagnetics to bring BioTouch to you. We have online trainings with that. We have a book that you can download into a PDF form. If you live here in the Tucson area, we have an entire volunteer staff that offers sessions on a donation basis. It's just a really nice service, because our goal is to get BioTouch into your home.
Right.
That's it.
No, that's bottom line, isn't it?
And that's greater than any funds that we can get. So we ask you to step forward and share BioTouch, learn BioTouch. And that's one of the purposes of this show. So we're going to move right into teaching you what we're going to call the eye set today. And I always think of the eye set because I always remember this little quote. It goes, "I seeing get who had but eyes before."
The eye set is performed on the same side of the head. It may be used to address any type of eye conditions. Hold point X is located on both sides of the head and may be found in either of the following ways. Place the first two fingers of one hand in the indentation beside the neck muscle at the base of the skull, then slide the fingers up the back of the skull, over a rise in the bone, to a very definite valley or dent, which is hold point X. Another way to find X is to estimate a point about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear and 1 to 1.5 inches behind the back edge of the ear. Again, there is a definite valley or dent in the skull, and this is hold point X. It is also the same as point 4 of the head set. To perform this set, hold X and touch points 1 through 4, which are on the same side of the head as X. These points are in a line beginning at point 1, which is just in front of where the ear meets the face. Point 2 is halfway between point 1 and the outside corner of the eye. Point 3 is at the outside corner of the eye. To touch point 4, ask the recipient to close their eye and touch on the recipient's closed eyelid. This is a sensitive area, so work gently. Repeat the procedure on the other side of the head.
And then as it's going to show, you do the other side.
Do the other side.
That's it. Simple. So, we want to say hi to Cheryl. She just tuned in with us as far as the live goes.
Yeah.
Live broadcasting. Again, if you're out there, tell us what you think the possibilities are with BioTouch.
Yeah.
And we do want to tell you about our workshop coming up a few days after Christmas with Eileen Webster, pharmacist, lives here in town, and she's going to talk about gout.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
And then we're going to teach you the points on how to work with gout. It's only 6 to 8 p.m. And show up down here, and it will be live streamed and also posted after the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we encourage you to come and join us.
Please. That would be, especially if you either have the issue that you're dealing with, or someone in your family or friends.
And I was actually telling somebody who maybe can't come to a full weekend, just come to this 2-hour workshop no matter what the condition is, and you are exposed to BioTouch, and you at least learn how to start it, and then when you get the manual, it's easy to teach yourself.
I know. Well, talking about, I was thinking earlier when we were talking about all those possibilities, that greeting, once you have the greeting, you have the key to all the possibilities in that body.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we want to wish you a happy holiday. We are going to be with you Christmas Eve. We've made that commitment.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll come up with something fun on that day.
Oh, yes. We'll be
Maybe
sucking
we'll bring
on peppermint sticks or something.
Maybe we'll bring in Rudolph with us or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
So again, my name's Paul.
And my name's Bev.
And we just want to wish you a happy day and a wonderful day, and enjoy yourself as you prepare for this Christmas season.
Yes, absolutely. And have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye.